Hey everyone, it's Summer with AstariaSen, and we're back for day 4 of the Tarot to Art challenge that I'm giving myself, where I pull a tarot card I'm pulling from the same deck, the Revelations Tarot. Today I pulled 4 of Wands, where I pull a single card and then I art in my tarot journal about it to help put myself in my art inspired mood, because art's what I do for a living and I need to get back in the groove. So this is what I'm doing to challenge myself, push myself, get myself in the direction that I want to go. And I thought that it would be a great way for me to express myself as well as learning the tarot, because I am. I did not like the Hierophant very much, but yesterday I learned all sorts of stuff about the Hierophant that I'm probably never going to forget because I did an entire journal page on it. So interesting thing happens with the Four of Wands. I pull my cards actually the night before, not the morning of, because I always have so much going on. It's just impossible for me to get it all done in one day. So I pulled the night before, I do some research. In the morning, I come through and I start gathering my stuff together. Then I do the video, then I do the voiceover, etc., etc. Which is why, you know, it's kind of like a bad hair day today, but that's okay. Anyways, originally when I wrote down my information last night for the 4, I wrote down the 4 of Swords. So I wrote down all this information about the 4 of Swords. And then I got up this morning and I was going to look in the book of the Revelations Tarot book to see about the 4. And I don't know why, but I thought it was the 4 of Cups for some reason. So then I started looking at the 4 of Cups information before I looked at the card again, realizing just in time that it's the 4 of Wands. So we will talk about the 4 of Wands, and we will talk about how I put my journal pages together here in this next segment coming up. But I wanted to show you my journal pages and just tell you one small thing about them. I challenged myself to only decorate my pages, not actually write on my pages. So that was a challenge for me. And because the 4 of Wands is a more uplifting, inspiring, positive card, I gave it a 2-page spread instead of 1, so that I had options to do more with my creativity. So this is what it's going to look like. I have lots of stuff going on in it, really. And I will show you how I put it all together and how I'm using the 4 of Wands in my art for today in this next segment. So let's go ahead, tarot to art. All right, we're back. So you're going to see that I actually started in advance. I wrote down the day and the date, and I actually did some painting with some glitter right there in the middle of the pages, because I like glitter and it inspires me. So here, my challenge is to decorate without actually writing in the journal. So it's a decorative journal page spread. Now, the 4 of Wands. When we talk about the 4 of Wands, it's all about stability. It's about joy and gratitude, and how you feel safe and secure in your home, in your environment, in all the things going on for you. And there's a lot of foundation, a lot of stability. And when I was going through all of the stuff for my card for the 4 of Wands, like that sheet that I showed you guys in the first video, I don't have the right information for the 4 of Wands. I need to just go through and redo that entire thing, because originally for the 4 of Wands, I mean, I have some of the right words like foundation, stability, but then I go into Wands, and it's the fire, it's the spirit, it's the passion, right? But I don't get stability out of that, like necessarily like home stability, joy stability, belonging, you know, all that kind of stuff. I do kind of get a positivity from it, but based off what I wrote down, it just doesn't work out for me. So I'm going to redo the whole thing. So anyways, I just pull out things on these 2 pages that make me happy. Fairies make me happy. So I'm using a fairy kind of like a center area for this first part of the page. And I'm adding the moon above it. Like, I still don't know exactly what I'm going to do. But I knew that I was going to use stickers, and I knew that I was just going to decorate that way without coloring really, or without drawing anything in here. I had considered drawing stuff, but I don't really like drawing that much. I like stickers, and I like glitter, and I like words, and I like flowers, and I like the moon. So I just decided that I would go through all of my stuff and pick stuff that made me happy. Things that when I look at this journal page, I can look at it and say, oh, I am so happy I did that page. Like, it's inspiring, it's glittery, and it's bright, and it has great vibes, and it just gives me all this positivity. So when I open it up, I can literally look at it and be inspired almost instantly. And that's what I'm trying to do, is be more inspired, get myself going and everything else. So this first thing, the first words that I added up here is called "She Remembered It Was Something Precious." And I chose that because I wanted to remind myself that having that positivity is precious. Having that happiness is precious. Having that ability to see it on the brighter side, to have those good opportunities, to have a family that supports you, to have all of the good things that I have in my life right now is so precious, because I can lose it. It can be gone in just like that, just gone. And I need to be more observant, I feel, and not take things for granted so much in my life, in my job, in my community, for you guys even. And I just wanted that to remind myself that she remembered it was something precious, because all the parts of my life are precious. My children are precious. My animals are precious. My support system is precious. Everything that I have in my life right now, I am so grateful for. And I have a really, really supportive, good life right now. And that's important to me. And I wanted this page to reflect that as well. So you're still going to see that I have some hesitancy. I keep trying to figure out where to use this see-through, feathery, stardusty thingy, but it just is not ever going to work out for me, at least not right now. So maybe it will in future pages. I had hoped that doing a toothpaste spread, I would probably have more abilities to use that, but I didn't. And then I ripped a envelope in half thinking I was going to use it. And I do consider using it for a moment. But I have to stop the video for a second, and then I come back to it, and I've added something to the page that sorry about that. But what I did add is on that side is life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. And then down here where the fairy, because the window's going to be above her, and then the moon is there too. So I can't get the sticker part off the window, so I end up resorting to using glue. And I accidentally bumped my camera, which was obnoxious. But anyways, what the words say on the fairy is, "She whispered it softly under the stars. My heart is full." And I just took the words and made it my own, because I liked the way they sounded, and it matched the vibe and the feel and the positivity and the inspiration that I wanted to go with this page. So I just added it onto the fairy, because I see myself kind of fairy-ish, and I kind of look at this little fairy on the page as myself in representative form, but I also like fairies, so I mean, they make me happy. So I decided on a different envelope, because the one torn in half wasn't going to work for me right there. So then I'm trying to figure out how to put it on there. And that's part of the inspiration too. Like, did I want to use the envelope? Did I not want to use the envelope? Did I just want to use it for a slide in? What did I want to use it for? So ultimately I decide that I'm going to go ahead and add it in, but not close it off, add it in. So I use my double-sided sticky stuff. I think this is a form of tape, but I'm not quite sure. It kind of feels like tape and glue at the same time. It's weird. So I just do 3 sides so that I'll be able to stick my tarot card down inside there. I do like the front of this envelope, so I was disappointed that I'd have to cover that up, but I wanted the envelope part to be open to me to use as well. Because I'm going to use it as a gratitude envelope, so I can just put things that I'm grateful for inside this envelope, and they'll always be there. Yeah, at least that's the goal anyways. We'll see how far I get, because we can come back to our journal pages. That's the thing. Just because you think they're done doesn't mean they have to be done. You can come back to them at any point over and over and over again. No big deal. So here I'm adding the fact that words of love and gratitude are important to me, so I put that there. And then that's the one that, oh, that's funny. Okay, I mixed my word things up. So the one that I just added is "She remembered it was something precious." And then the one on the other side, on the left-hand side, is "Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful." So I have both of those. And so it says "Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful." And then underneath that, it says "Let life surprise you." So yeah, I'm going more into decorations. I'm kind of like all over the place when I'm decorating like this. I go back and forth between both pages because I'll be interested in one part that I'm doing on the first part of the page, and then I think, oh, well, this will look good on the second part of the page. So then I kind of jump back and forth. But that's how my brain works. That's how my creativity works. I don't just focus on one singular thing, because it doesn't work that way for me. It's like having a word, like having the word gratitude, and then doing like a mind map off of it. When you put the word gratitude there, and you got tons of words that come up off of it, right? Not just one singular word. So that's kind of how my brain works creatively. And so I kind of jump all over the place. It's kind of like a mind map. That fairy in the middle was right there, and it was the mind map, and all these other stickers around it are my mind map going haywire. So the sticker that I just added by the window says, "Never stop looking up." And then here's my little mini tarot card, which I'm going to add 4 of Wands to. That way I know what it is. I don't want it to be overly decorated. I'm just going to add my words to it. That's my goal anyways, because it's about the only thing I'm actually going to end up writing on. So I add on here gratitude. Basically the key words that go with the 4 of Wands, just for my own memory. So I have gratitude. I have home. I add joy to it. I added belonging, because belonging is important for the 4 of Wands. I added feeling safe and secure. And then the last word is success. And I leave the top open. Because for me, it's like a representation that I'm open to more things coming to me than just that, which is why I left the top part open. And then here on the back, I write my thoughts down about the 4 of Wands, my personal thoughts, my journaling thoughts. And it says, I have many happy things in my life and can sometimes take what I have and love for granted. And then on the bottom, I'm going to write, be thankful, and then love who you love. To remind myself to be thankful and to also be open-hearted with love. And I'm just going to slide it in the back because I think it'll fit really well in the back of that envelope. So, and I'll be able to take it in and out, so I can just read the back anytime I want to. I can redecorate if I want to. I can add more decorations if I want to. Here I re-outline because I want a little bit of color in the card, but that's about the only reason why I do that. Yeah, so I slide that down inside there. It fits really nice. I'm so happy with it. And it looks really cute sitting there. And then I'm going to tear off strips of extra papers that I had from a previous journal page. And these are going to be like my little gratitude notes for myself. Here, I write in here that I'm grateful for the support and love of my family. But all of these little shreds of paper are going to fit so nice in this little envelope, and I'll be able to come back and write more gratitude opportunities there, more things that I love, more things that I enjoy. And on the front of the little paper, I'm going to put a star so that I know that I've already written on that one. And then these other ones I'm just going to slip inside so that I can just use them at any time, later date, whenever I find something I'm grateful for. And then I add in writing thankful moments to remind myself that that's a gratitude journal. Even though I have the words of love and gratitude on a sticker above it, I just wanted that to be more apparent right there on the envelope. So if I looked at the page at a glance, I would be able to very easily see what it represented. For the future, because I like going back through my journals. I enjoy going back through the pages, seeing what I wrote, trying to figure out why I put certain things the way that I did. So here I go to outlining again. Yes, I'm outlining. This I'm outlining in blue because I have a lot more blue on this part of the page. But it does pop off a little bit. And I've already outlined the actual pages around it with pink, so you won't see me do that. I thought it would save some time if I just did that in advance, so that's what I did. And then I'm just darkening these so that it pops up more to me easily. And then I go for more sticker decorations. I'm not really sure what I want to add. At this point, I have gone through anything that I had thought out thoroughly, and now I'm just guessing. Anything that sparks my interest, that comes to mind, that I think might fit, is what I'm going to do now to just fill in the rest of the pages. And it's all stickers pretty much. It's just that decorative aspect of challenging myself. How can I make these stickers come alive on the page? How can I help them best represent the things that I love, the things that I enjoy, the things that inspire me? So that's all I do pretty much for the rest of this video. And mostly I kept it to very simplistic things. Some flowers. I have some leaves in here. I really like flowers, and I'm growing my own flowers, and I think that's an important part to the Four of Wands because it's something I've cultivated, it's something I've grown myself, and it's something that now inspires me to do it again. So then this word part that I'm adding right here, which I thought was really fun, I don't know why I hadn't ever seen it before that I started this page, but it says, do the universe a favor, don't hide your magic. And I loved it so much, and it just fits so perfectly right there on the page that I just really loved it. And it adds that whimsy. Oh, guys, I like whimsy, and I like glitter, and I like stickers, and I like fairies, and I just really wanted these pages to represent all of that. And again, I'm just looking through things because I didn't have this part planned so well. Go figure, right? But when I was looking at the Revelations card for the Four of Wands, I don't get the same words that come for it off the Four of Wands for that Revelations card. So I think I'll have to do a lot more work with the Revelations deck and a lot more work exploring the Four of Wands and trying to see if there's a way for me to understand why the Four of Wands is the way that it is in this Revelation deck. And that's part of journaling too, or part of creativity, is being able to explore something more fully. Being able to look at a piece of art, somebody else's art, because the Revelations Tarot is somebody else's art, right? It's being able to look at somebody else's art and how it might apply to your world. And what I'm doing now is I'm taking somebody else's art, I'm applying it to my world, and then I'm applying it to my own art. So it's like a double whammy there. How cool is that? Well, I think that's cool, but yeah, so this Four of Wands, it basically has the Four Wands, and they're spiraling out, and there's all this gold and a whole bunch of stuff available around it, piled up. Like, it almost looks like a bunch of opportunities, but it also almost looks like drowning in them. But I don't really feel that from the Four of Wands. What do you guys think of the Four of Wands? I'd be really curious to know what your thoughts and take is on the Four of Wands. I think I prefer other deck representations of the Four of Wands than the Revelations one. But either way, it still works for this journal page. Not exactly the way that I was hoping for, but it still works. And because the Four of Wands in the Revelations page is yellow and red, I decided to go with some yellow flowers to add that color representation of the Four of Wands from the Revelations Tarot in there. And then here I'm going to add some butterflies. I go through and I find like all the butterflies I kind of can to add to the page because I like butterflies and they kind of remind me of fairies. And I don't have a bunch of little tiny fairies to add to the page, or else I totally would. So the next best thing, I guess, is butterflies, because the butterfly wings remind me of fairy wings. Yep, so I got purple ones, and I got pink ones, and I got green ones, and I got yellow ones. And then, of course, the fairy on the other side is pink. But yeah, so all of this inspires me. All of it draws new positive vibes to anytime I look at it. Even right now, I'm just glancing at it as I'm doing this voiceover, and I see something new that inspires me. Like the way the light hits the glitter on the page makes me feel happy. And the window, just the glint, the little tiny bit of glint of the gold and the silver and the flecks. And all I think about is like starry nights and calm winds, like a light breeze. And just being out by a fireside or something like that, or looking out even in winter and having a cup of hot cocoa. I find it safe, secure, just like the Four of Wands, I guess. So for me, this is my representation. The whole spread is my representation of the Four of Wands and how it makes me feel and how I see it and how I see the world and in cahoots with it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful fairy day.